All right, give it up for your headliner this evening, Cody Cummings, everybody.
Supporting local comedy, we really appreciate it. You guys having a good time tonight already? That's great. I'll try to make you guys laugh. So I'm from Bedford. You got another one here. Now, fun fact, Bedford is the meth capital of Indiana. We own that shit. We make it good. Put our label on it. If you want to retire early, you just sell household cleaners out the back of your car. I'm telling you. We are the meth capital of Indiana, so that means we have the biggest meth bust in state history. Let's clap for that. Yeah. 46 separate meth labs in one building, and only 4 people running it. That's fucking fast, guys. Look at who the fuck you are. Build our roads. Oh, shit. So being from Bedford, there's kind of certain guidelines. And if you don't follow those guidelines, you get shunned to Bloomington. One of those guidelines is you got to kind of be a redneck. It's kind of in your blood. It's weird. And just a few ways that I'm a redneck. Our dryer broke the other day, so I came up with this brilliant idea to hang pairs of underwear on my bedroom wall with thumbtacks so they would dry. It worked. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but you don't require a pot to cook canned goods on your stove. You just put the can right on the stove top. Take the label off though. Paper burns, guys. Paper burns. I don't follow all the rules. I've refused to wear the classic white tank top. Mainly because it looks like I'm wearing a bra. I don't dig that. My tits are big enough. Another bald guy in the back. He appreciated that. Oh, gosh, guys. All right, so being big growing up, pretty difficult. Got made fun of. Not trying to get any pity from you guys, but so it's different. Your mind works differently when you're big growing up. Like, you look at a piece of furniture and you're like, is that going to break if I sit on it? Can I fit in that booth? Most times not. The 2 main building materials you want out of your seats are steel and wood. I avoid plastic furniture like a salad bar at a buffet. And since being when you're big growing up, you're not making very many friends, like in extracurricular activities. So in sports, I mean, you're not doing it. You're sitting on the fucking bench. You're not making many friends, I heard it all. It's okay though. That's what we have online now. So, how do you know that Tinder's not working? I haven't got any likes. I think there's a problem with my Tinder. Oh, shit, guys. So, when you're growing up bigger as a kid, and you read signs like elevator, you know, it says 10 people. That's like 2 of me. You gotta consider that. Like, not even toilets are safe. I would know. I broke 2 of them. That's a true story. When I was a kid, it was 11 o'clock at night, and I thought the toilet was a fucking recliner, and I just decided to lean back on it. My shit was still in there 2 days later when they came to fix it. Mom was not happy. People ask me when I was growing up, or they would ask my mom when I was growing up, they say, How do you afford to feed him? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm 10. You just literally politely called me fat to my mom in front of me. And I knew what the fuck they were doing. I just wasn't old enough to cuss yet. I was. I would have got my ass beat though. And I actually some good news. I got called pretty cute for a big guy the other day. Yeah. That's a win, guys. That's a win. I'm like the biggest fucking person in here, so nobody understands. I know, it's the nicest thing my mom ever said to me. And then she completely threw it out the window and asked if I wanted to borrow one of her bras like 5 minutes after that. I do love my mom though. I do love her. She's a nice lady, I guess. She's not here, so I can talk shit. Clothes shopping is hard for bigger guys. It's kind of difficult. I know you guys don't understand, but it's so I wanted to go get myself some good clothes, some nice clothes. So I went to the mall and I went to the Buckle. And when I walked in, I didn't even get to the cash register, and the lady started laughing at me. So I just turned around and walked back out. I don't know what her problem was. Or you guys got nice clothes. I guess I could sew 2 shirts together. I can be an American fighter. I want bedazzle on my jeans. Takes 10 Malaysian boys to make them, but... So, I went to a place after that I knew I could trust. I went to Walmart. One of my favorite places, a Bedford staple. I went in there, and I didn't see my size on the rack. And I was like, oh man, maybe they got it in the bag or something. So I walked up and asked the manager, I was like, hey, I don't see my size on the rack here. Do you guys have bigger sizes in the back or something like that? Or online maybe? And he's like, well, I think we got your size in the garden center. And I was like, oh shit, they got fucking clothes in the garden center. I'm gonna get a nice fucking hat and some shears. So I go to the garden center. I was like, hey, where's your clothes at? Like the big and tall section, the husky section, because I'm trying to watch my waistline. It's that self-confidence thing. And she's like, oh, we got a great sale on picnic blankets this week. So fuck Walmart. Fuck Walmart. I'm getting my gold bond somewhere else. Apparently I'm too fat to donate plasma. Who knew saving lives had a fucking weight limit? I'm there for an hour. They prick my finger, which hurts like a fucking son of a bitch. And the last thing they make you do is step on the scale. And they say, I'm sorry, sir, you're 10 pounds too heavy. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? It's like I've never heard that before. They said, we can't calculate the right amount of plasma out of you. So you're 10 pounds too heavy, so we can't do it today. And I was like, add 10 pounds! Are you fucking kidding me? So I left. So fuck BioLife. Fuck everybody, alright? Jesus, not you guys. You guys are great. Some shit's been going on at work. People have been saying I have a shrimp dick. I don't know why the fuck they say these things. They've never seen my dick. Then again, neither have I. That's not proper workplace conversation. I mean, if you think about it. If you think about it, it gives a whole new meaning to the word cocktail, right? guys, I seen my dick this week. Okay, don't clap. Actually, I didn't. Turns out that just a discolored Mike and I. You're like, who the fuck deletes that candy? Me, 5 years ago. I went to the doctor, just a regular checkup, and this doctor, he is my delivery doctor, so he's been my doctor my entire life. And I went there and just regular checkup, and he nonchalantly asked me, he's like, all right, is everything working okay? Yeah, everything works fine. What do you mean? Are you having problems with erectile dysfunction? I said, I'm 26 years old. He goes, I know, but guys your age and your size can start having problems with erectile dysfunction. And I was like, no, doc, my dick's fine. All right? It gets hard, like stale pee. Everything works great. All right? Some of you guys eat Peeps and you're fucking gross. Some people open the fucking package of those damn things and they let them get stale. Next time you do that, you're eating my dick. So basically, this doctor, who I've known for 26 years, he literally just comes at me one day and asks about my dick like he's a dad that dumped me when I was 9 and he has unpaid child support. He's just coming back at me like, hey buddy, you doing all right? Man, you've grown. Come here, let me get a good look at you. Me and my doctor have a good relationship. They have that confidentiality thing for a reason. So I was so surprised by him asking me that question, I had to tell somebody about it, so I told my mom. You know, you can tell your mom anything, right? And as soon as I told her, she literally looked straight at me and said, you know, Cody, he's right. You gotta keep the pipes cleaned out. I said, what? She's like, you gotta, masturbate. It's like, what the fuck, Mom? And she goes, you know what they say, it's true. If you don't use it, you lose it. I was like, Mom, we're at fucking Thanksgiving. Don't be talking about pickle while everybody's eating their stuffing. Jesus. Don't tell the family about it. It's terrible, isn't it?
No, the beer.
Oh, the beer? Oh. God, she said your beer is awful. Kick her out. She's the only person in this place that knows a snake. I've seen her raise her hand. She's got that thing in the car right now. So, I don't know if you heard Adam about me losing a lot of weight recently. I mean, if you stare at Adam long enough, his eyes go different directions. So. But I've lived a pretty healthy lifestyle it'll be 3 years in June. I've lost a total of 225 pounds. Yeah! Thank you. Thank you. I was very fat before this. I'm less fat. When you lose weight, I mean, it's great. I mean, it's awesome. Anybody that loses anything, it's great, guys. I support you 100%. But they never tell you what the fuck happens to your skin. Let's just say when I'm naked, I look like a half-melted candle. I'm like the basset hound of dogs. I recently went on vacation, and I went through the whole fucking, scanner thing. It screened my skin as contraband. I swear to God, it's a fucking true story. It's the best tears in a row. Best tears in a row. I swear. Then I had to pay extra. They counted as carry on. Oh man. No, but losing weight is great, everybody. Losing weight's great. You feel better. You look great. It's better for you. Guys, good news. Your dick gets bigger. Clap for that, fellas. Yeah. You don't have to have shrimp dicks anymore, guys. This album's about you. I dedicate it to you and me. We're together on this. Let's start a movement. No, it doesn't really get bigger, guys. You just see more of it. Which is a good thing. It's good. It's good. I can't see my feet. But it's still good, guys. It's still good. Ladies, I would say your vagina gets bigger, but I'm not 100% sure that's a good thing. I'm going to say whatever floats your boat, ladies. The world is your oyster.
Oh my God.
Some friends have actually said in the past that I should be a personal trainer. I'm like, can you picture this at the fucking Y doing yoga? In the fucking spandex and some kind of tight tank top. She's shaking her head no, but she's thinking yes. Yeah, that's right here. What's that, buddy? I mean, literally, like this right here in a downward dog. I wore my tight jeans today. You picture looking at that? Yeah. That's right. Ben gave me a love note. It said, take your shirt off. Let me light your wick. And I said, no, Ben. You can't afford me. Ben is used to Dollar General candles. I'm more Bath and Body Works. If you look at Ben just right, his hairline looks like he's wearing a helmet. Oh, hey, Adam.
What's up, Cody?
Grant, make sure you get him back to the homeless shelter.
Please. That's what I'm going to spend on food later.
No, so back to the yoga, guys. I got sidetracked, sorry. So, I actually did try yoga recently. Tried it, let's say that in quotations. I didn't really know what I was doing. So, I put like a sweatband on my head, some on my wrists, my arms. I had a couple on my ankles. My ankles don't even sweat. It was mainly to muffle the sound of them popping. I sound like I'm making popcorn when I walk upstairs. So I tried yoga, and it didn't work for me. I felt like Richard Simmons if he fell off the wagon. I was feeling mighty. None of you fuckers know who Richard Simmons is. The older crowd. The maybe 21s don't. No, since I have lost a lot of weight, I have had to buy a lot of new clothes recently. Mainly because it looks like I'm wearing my Lazy Sunday clothes. I look like I'm wearing a parachute outfit. I look like a comfortable hobo. Not right now. But, so I did buy some new clothes. I bought my first V-neck. That's new. That's a first for me. Thank you. You didn't have to clap for it. It's just a shirt, guys. I didn't wear it tonight, mainly because I was afraid it would show my cleavage. Yeah, guys have cleavage. Oh, shit. I was also I've changed my diet up a few times. I was even, I even got so bold as to be a vegetarian for a while. And when you're from Bedford, that's like saying you hate Jesus and your favorite sports is Batman. And that's why I live in Bloomington now. Shunned. Fun fact about Bedford, we just got our first roundabout.
Oh, God.
Congratulations.
Or as we like to call it, the NASCAR track. Oh, Bloomington, you should have fucking seen it. Everybody out there, man. They got the grill, the coolers. They're just making left turns all day, guys. I mean, grandma's out there with her shirt off. Well, that's what happens when you give her Fireball. It was a fucking heyday, man. My girlfriend, I just recently got a girlfriend, actually, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I heard an oh God. At least I think that's what I heard. That was mean.
I said good job.
Oh, good job. Oh, thank you. Jeremy wishes he was my boyfriend. But, so I did recently get a girlfriend. It's great. It's pretty much my first adult relationship. No idea what the fuck I'm doing. No idea. We recently took our first shower together. Holy shit, that was awkward. I've never done that before. I've never showered with anybody. Well, my twin brother when we were kids. We don't count that. And I was so nervous that I forgot she was in there and I farted. And you know how bad farts stink in the shower? It's 10 times worse. She got out of the shower, threw up in the toilet, and had to get back in. And after that was all said and done, I mean, I've never done anything like that before, and I didn't know how it went for her, so I was like, so, how was it? What's your honest opinion? And she goes, honestly? I was like, yeah, you can be honest with me. She says, well, it felt like I was watching a rhino at the zoo. So I'm single now. Shit. No, I'm not single, guys. Ladies, I'm not single. Back off. You don't want all this, alright? I'll melt all over you if I get too hot. She recently got a new tattoo, and I don't have any tattoos, so I don't know how the fuck it works. And apparently a couple days afterwards, when it starts to scab, it really itches. Really bad. It's just really bad. So, the other day, we were walking around Walmart, of all fucking places. Her favorite place. And she's just slapping the shit out of it. I mean, fucking slapping it. And I snapped at her. I was like, what the fuck you doing? She goes, it itches. I was like, well, fucking stop. She goes, why? I said, because people are going to think you're you're on PCP, and I just took you here to fucking calm down. On second thought, keep fucking slapping it. Get us kicked out of Walmart forever. Fuck that place. Everyday low prices, my ass. Jesus. So, we went out to dinner the other night. We do that a lot because of me. And when we went out, of course I got an appetizer. I mean, fucking of course.
Come on.
So, she got pissed because I ate it all. And I said, look here. Nobody said appetizers were for fucking sharing. You don't have to share them if you don't want to. That's why they're called shareables. Some people call them starters, because I'm just getting started. Oh, shit. We had our first argument, kind of big argument recently. This like last week. She's staying the night at my house, and it was during the week. It was a work day. It was about 5 a.m. and I wake up to screaming, and then she comes in and slaps me, and I said, not in the face. And I said, what the fuck? What are you doing? And she goes, you let the fucking toilet seat up. I fucked up. Bad. Well, that's new to me too. I mean, fuck, ladies, just look. But no, that's rude of me. I'm sorry. So I let the toilet seat up. So it was kind of like an unrequested wake up call at 5 a.m. for her. So her ass was all wet, and she's bitching at me, and I just politely made a joke while I was half asleep. I said, look, baby, it's like a redneck bidet. You got it for free, you're welcome. Speaking of bidets, yesterday we were walking around Menards. That was my idea. And I said, hey, see this bidet? She's like, fuck's that? I was like, it's what you dipped your ass in last night. And she goes, I don't care about that. And I opened it up, I was like, hey baby, wash your ass? And this old man walked by and stared at me and he smiled. I'm not going to Menards anymore. But I am buying that bidet. What's my time? Okay, just keep on going. Alright. I got a little bit longer here. So we've been dating for a little over 4 months, and recently we've been meeting each other's families and friends, and I've been meeting all of hers, and I met her grandma. We went out to lunch to Red Lobster with the grandma. Nice lady, is her favorite grandma. I only got one, so I guess that's my favorite. So we went out to lunch with her grandma, and everything's going great. I thought it went great. I liked her. I thought she liked me. And we didn't even leave the parking lot. She texted her, and she's like, I'm worried about him. And she said, why? She's like, are you sure that he likes girls 100%? And she told me that. I was like, fuck you mean? And she says, well, you did talk about how much you love Bath and Body Works and Ryan Gosling. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with that? I like to smell good. I like smelling pretty. They have a men's line for a fucking reason. I buy more Bath and Body Works than any man I know. I'm the only one in there with a shopping bag. One of those big ass blue bags, ladies, you know what I'm fucking talking about? I ordered so much Bath and Body Works online one time that I had hand soap for 3 years. I got 2 bottles left. swear that's a fucking true story. True story. Gotta take advantage of them sales, ladies. I'll be there. Will you? And I mean, Ryan Gosling, what the? It's Ryan fucking Gosling! Who the fuck doesn't like The Notebook? You know when my girlfriend is in a really good mood, she's like, she always says, I want us to be like The Notebook. I said, be fucking realistic. We ain't dying together in a fucking bed in a nursing home. And let's be honest, if you get dementia, I'm probably not gonna be around. I do have a twin brother. He can take my spot. I'll take the first 50 years, he can have the second. Here lately, my girlfriend's even started to wonder about me, if I'm 100% in the women. And I was like, look, going to watch Jason Momoa and Aquaman was your idea. So just because I talk about him afterwards, doesn't want to be in there. And don't you lie, he rocked the shit out of that fucking suit. I heard a He's a shitty actor, but sweet Lord, I climb him like a tree. We would lock facial hair together. Call me the Dragon Queen, bitch. Game of Thrones? We recently went to this big event. I went to this big event with her. Big get together with people she knows. And when we got there, she warned me that, you know, a couple people there are going to be, a little nuts. I mean, everybody's got that relative in their family. They're just like, fucking, oh, okay, we love you, but do we? It's like when they're like, hey man, will you take me to work? You're just like, fucking get the fuck out of that app. You just don't even answer that text message. So she warned me ahead of time, there's a couple people there. And when we walk in, we get there, and the not so right one walks up to us, and she's like, oh, there's the crazy one. It's just be cool. I was like, okay. And she walks up to us, and she puts a sticker on her shirt, and it's a butterfly. I was like, all right, what the fuck? Okay. Can I have one? She's like, no. I was like, all right, cool. So, and she said, I said, what are those for? And she looks right at us and said, these are for all the single people. I was like, what the fuck? I'm with her. All right? Ryan Reynolds ain't called me yet. I'm with her. And she just kind of casually walked away, and I was like, baby, what the fuck was that? And she goes, oh, don't worry about her. Did I forget to mention that we were at a family reunion? Single people at the family fucking reunion. But we were in Bedford, though, so it's okay. I'll do a few more here. Just a few one-liners for you guys. Buying cheese pizza is like buying a yacht with no engine. It's just gonna fucking sit there. I ain't touching no fucking cheese pizza. Fucking gluten intolerance. Anybody know what getting catfish on the internet is? Yeah, getting catfish. I'm kind of dumb. So, I always thought getting catfish is when you stick your hand down somebody else's pants and wiggle your fingers so something bites it. That's a reference to noodling. And if you don't know what noodling is, congratulations, you've lived a good life so far. I recently found out what Birkenstocks were. This girl at work, she told me what they were. She was like, yeah, they're really comfortable sandals. You know, they're made in Germany, and they're just really nice. I was like, yeah, that's who knows comfort, the Nazis. I guess if they made their concentration camps like their cars, nobody would want to leave, would they? That's bad, isn't it? Oh, shit, guys. I think that's just about it for me, guys. I appreciate every single one of you coming out tonight. Appreciate all of you. Thank you so much.
Keep it going for Cody Cummings. All right, your last comic of the evening and your last and final headliner, the other part of the comedy duo known as that Baloney and Shrimp Tea. Sam Bob Patrick, everybody.
I was driving with my boy Adam Couch and to a show, and we stopped by a park, you know, to blow each other. And he takes down my pants and he goes, "Huh, your dick does not match your confidence level." What does that mean? Does that mean I'm a egomaniac with a micro penis, or am I a Nancy boy with a huge hog? If you aren't laughing, it's because you have a micro penis. So my uncle died pretty recently, and my mom sent me a text saying, "Hey, he loved you, I love you. Make sure you call your aunt and tell her you love her." And then the same thread, my dad texted, "Hey, you guys want Wendy's tonight?" "Yes, I do, Papa. Because my tears should not be the saltiest thing tonight." I took my girlfriend down with me to the funeral because that's what you do, and my dad reacted exactly as I thought he would. He didn't say anything and watched Bones the entire time. My dad and me have a very strange relationship. Like, a lot of people in high school thought he was dead because that's what I told them. And I only did it for pity hand jobs, but let's be honest, all hand jobs are pity hand jobs. Some of you didn't like that, and those are the guys still getting handies. She wants to do it. No, she literally doesn't want to do anything else. She knows it. Me and my dad were actually driving together, and we passed the bounce house. And I said, "Hey, do you remember when you got me a bounce house?" And he said, "I never got you a bounce house before." And I said, "Exactly." Which was a mistake, because then he said, "Hey, remember when I was proud of you?" And here we are. My mom's pretty nutty too. Like, I found out at the funeral she recently downloaded Grindr, and someone should tell her, but I'm not. Mainly because she's like, "Do you think Chad would make a good daddy?" I'm like, "Chad's gonna make an excellent daddy. I'm gonna go play pitch with him right now. Because I'm a top, damn it." I'm bisexual. My mom didn't believe me for years. She would always say things like, "Well, how can you be bisexual without being sexual?" And that was a big problem where I was growing up. I grew up in Bedford, Indiana, and I don't want to say my hometown's homophobic, because they're not scared of gay people. They just really fucking hate them. And one time at an Arby's, my friend or her boyfriend showed up, and he said, wait. When are you planning on becoming gay? And I said, I don't know, man. That paperwork's kind of a pain in the ass. It's weird how I discovered my sexuality, because so many people have beautiful stories. Like, my best friend the other day was telling me, man, I was suppressed for 25 years. 25 years. And then one day I met the right man, and I realized I'm gay. And I said, that's cool. I found out through a spin-off episode of Doctor Who. It wasn't even like an awakening for me, it was a new skill in a video game. Like, you are now attracted to dudes. Seize the day. I think what really cemented it for me was the Amazing Spider-Man movie with Andrew Garfield. Anyone see that? Okay. It sucked, didn't it? And all you need to know is there was a scene in it where Andrew Garfield, man, was swinging around, he falls, and his little spider butt's in the air. I'm like, damn, Andrew Garfield, you may be a shitty Spider-Man, but badass. Going back. He's the most fuckable of all the Spider-Mans. Going back to the funeral, I was kind of glad it happened because because I gotta miss some work because of it. No, you don't even know what I do yet. I wash windows for a living, and my boss thinks I'm a piece of shit, which is fine, because I know he's broken. I know he's broken because on my second day, a big white truck passes us and he goes, oh, I hate rednecks. I go, yeah, man, they're pretty inconvenient. And he goes, oh, I hate people too. Also inconvenient. And then he started screaming, they're not real, Sam! None of this is real! You're not real! So it's still 11 an hour, or... Another insane thing he said was, oh, Sam, lesbians must get so much dick. Yeah, I don't think you know what those are, buddy. It's a pretty annoying job, because some nights I have to wash windows in the rain. And does anyone here know the best way to wash windows in the rain? The best way to wash windows in the rain is to not. Just quit like I did. And as I'm walking home in the rain, my boss drives up beside me and he says, look, you have every right to quit. I was a dick, but could you please just finish up the day? And I said, yes, I need the money. And then I needed the money for 3 more months. I don't get to do a lot of cool things while washing windows. I did do John Mellencamp's house. And John Mellencamp has an art studio called Strugglesville. Inside of that art studio is a bird cage. Inside of that bird cage is a baby doll with a noose around its neck. None of that is funny. I just want you to believe me. John Mellencamp's such a bastard. He kept... This big little goddamn house. But he kept following me around going, little ditty about a guy named Sam. Washing these windows as best he can. Oh yeah, he's gonna tell that shitty joke at a bar. Hopefully he won't put it on an album. And say what you will about John Cougar Mellencamp. Guy writes a mean Tom Petty song. I do have a girlfriend, and I'm trying to be a better person for her. I'm trying to be a better feminist, but she likes being choked. So there's the kinky side. So I'm gonna tell this joke over there. But no, it makes it hard sometimes because we'll be doing it, and she'll be like, "Harder, Daddy," and I'll be like, "Men and women need to be paid equally." And she'll be like, "What?" And I'll be like, "What?" She'll be like, just go back inside me." I'm like, "Okay." And then we're back at it, and she'll be like, "Oh my God, I'm coming, Daddy." "Me too. I voted for Hillary." And look, I did vote for Hillary, but come on. She wasn't my first choice. She wasn't Bill's first choice. Man, if it was 30 years ago and I was fucking Dave Chappelle or something, that would have killed. That might be the only recording I need. My girlfriend's a black lady, and I'm not. And I think about that a lot. I think about our future together, about how she'll get a teaching job and I'll somehow mooch off that teaching job. And one day, there's a teacher, she's like, "We don't make jack shit!" And one day we might have a kid, a little biracial baby, and I'll have to drag him to the side one day and be like, "So, Henry, Bob, what's it like, you know, being able to say it?" I love it when that joke works, but I love it so much more when only black people laugh at it. And I would never actually say that, you know? I love my girlfriend, and beforehand I wasn't doing too great. I was fucking this 58-year-old, and that's not the joke. And we met at a fetish party, and one night after I was done fucking her, she gave me a book on fetishes. So I'm literally fucking one of your guys' Gram, and then getting homework on how to fuck her better. You're welcome. We had to break up though because she had a Confederate flag tattoo, and before any of you judge me, I was just trying to make her more woke. Like, she'd be sucking my dick and I'd be like, "You know it was cool? Obama." And then we'll be fucking and she'll be like, "Oh my God, you have such a big dick." I'm like, "You know who also probably had a big dick?" Harriet Tubbs. The woman that should be on the $20 bill. Yeah. For those that aren't clapping, you're Andrew Jackson fans. Which, it's fine, just know I also call you Trump supporters. So some of you need to pick up a history book. That's fine. I did go to a fetish party, and because I was doing a show there, because my career's killing it. And there were weirdos there, not like sexy weirdos, not like the fun weirdos, but like there were these elitist assholes there that were like, "I don't even get off on spanking my wife in public anymore." For me, it's a spiritual thing rather than a sexual thing. Why the fuck are you kink shaming me when you have a gag in your mouth? Why are you trying to make me feel bad for coming everywhere when you wore the horse strap on, Deborah? That's her right there. I liked going to those fetish parties, you know? I liked going to them because it was easy to hook up with people, right? Like I had Tinder, and One time I drove my Tinder date to jail to go see her husband. He was cute. I think my favorite part of that story is she told me I look like Dwight from The Office. I said, you have a very specific fetish that I can fill. I think my favorite Tinder story of all time is when a girl asked if I could suck my own dick, and I said, if I could, why the fuck would I have a Tinder? I also could never pick up a girl at a bar. I bombed so bad at karaoke one time that people told themselves that I was joking. Like, I was at Bluebird, you know, doing my thing, and then I got off stage, and my buddy Grant was there, and he's like, hey, just to let you know, the MC thought it was hilarious how you sung the real Slim Shady. And then I said, that's not possible. I wasn't joking. And he said, oh, I know that. But he doesn't. So I run up, I find the MC, and he said, oh man, you're a comedy genius. I was like, I wasn't joking. And he said, you're dogging me right now. You're dogging me. I'm like, bruh, I don't have any leashes. And he said, you know what? You're like Andy Kaufman right now. And that is the most painful compliment I will ever receive. Because half of you don't know who I'm talking about.
I got you.
But also that just means no matter what I do, he will never believe me. Like, he could be hearing this bit and he's like, man, he's really trying to sell me on this shit. That wasn't even the worst conversation I had.
Give her the peach vanilla.
Get rid of the fucking peach vanilla. Get rid of it. These goddamn peach vanillas taking our goddamn fucking jobs. This is the builder said, no. Can't wait for a plate to wipe out half the people there. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was arguing with a libertarian, and this guy, I told him, I don't believe in libertarianism because, you know, cities, and then he said, am I right? Leftist? Communism! My girlfriend told me she was a socialist, and I said, that's the most college girl thing you've ever said. But no, he said, that's why we gotta burn it all. We gotta burn it all to the ground and restart it. I'd be like, it would be like the apocalypse then. And he said, I've had survival training. I said, being abused by your family is not survival training. I believe in libertarianism in a very, very micro level. Like, I have 10 roommates, so I kind of have to, right? Like, I don't know a single one of their goddamn names, and it is beautiful. That's not true. I know one of their names. I went to high school with him, and we were arguing about. I told him I don't believe in slut shaming, and he tried to prove it to me, but he forgot he's a moron. And he said, Sam, a key that opens every lock is a master key, but a lock that opens to every key is worthless. I said, 1, ew. 2, that's not how vaginas work at all. 3, you have crabs, Joel. Yeah, that key ain't turning no good no more, is it? It's got a little rust on it, don't it? He's such a fucking idiot. He tried to buy poison one time, but not to use on me or anyone else we know, but to use it on himself. Confused? You're gonna want to get used to that. And he told me he wanted to become immune to poison, and I said, what kind of Princess Bride bullshit are you into? We're gonna need this. And he said, for parties. I said, that leaves me with more questions than answers. 1, what kind of parties are you going to? 2, how do I never get invited to them? Like, ever. And I said, look, it's more likely you're gonna kill yourself by doing this than it is for someone to try to poison you. He said, no. I know the right amount to give myself so I become immune, but I don't get poisoned. And I said, that seems fair. But then I remember, he thinks that the moon is hollow. So he's not measuring shit. I feel like a lot more of you should be laughing at that one. Was there a study out recently? Am I out of the loop? Are you out of the loop? One of us is out of the loop, and we should all be doing a lot more reading, I feel like. All right. I got one more thing, but before I go, give it up for everyone you've seen tonight. Give it up to Kyle for letting us do this. Give it up for Sean for letting us do this. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to end with this story. Like you, I come from a very long line of alcoholics. And like, my grandfather has been drinking since he was 11 years old. And one day he said, Samuel, can you drive me to the emergency room? No rush. I said, I don't think you know what emergency means, but wait. So, that's a slow burn joke. So I'm driving him to the ER, and everything's shut down. Like, his body's all swollen, his feet look like elephant feet, his hands are huge, and the doctor literally looks at him and says, Mr. Patrick, I should not be able to feel, let alone see your liver. And my grandfather... It is funny, isn't it? You're gonna love this next part. So my grandfather looks this man dead in the eyes and says, oh, it must have been that bad baloney I had. Yeah, his funeral's tomorrow, you guys. What a weird time to grow. It helps, he signed my dad away when he was 10, so fuck him. Alright, I've been Sam Bob Patrick. Thank you guys so much.